Zack Gelof, by the way, everybody here on A's Cast Live. What have you been doing?
Just took BP, had a lot of fun, hitting some balls pretty hard, and trying to get reads off the bat, but just getting better, having fun.
Safe to say you had a pretty good month.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. I think hopefully that's not the best month of my career, but yeah, I'll take it for the first one, full one for sure.
I'm just joking with you because it's like, hey, what have you been doing the last month? Pretty big deal. Now that we really celebrate this, I can tell you in the post-game show, we were waiting for the announcement to come down on MLB Network. It comes down. This is something that everybody's watching in the sport. Obviously, what it means to your family, to you, to everybody who knows you, who's following your journey. What was it like? This isn't a week. This is a month. What was it like to be named AL Rookie of the Month?
To me, I mean, it's pretty cool, obviously, not to be taken lightly, but I think the biggest thing for me is just when you come in the clubhouse and Kotz announced it to everyone, it just seeing the smiles on other people's faces, and it just like that means more to me, and just like my teammates being happy for me. And I'm obviously happy for my teammates' success as well. So I'm gonna just try to keep going. But something that I feel like baseball is a year-round thing, not just 1 month. But to do it in 1 month is just shows I feel like what I'm capable of, and hopefully just keep it up.
Well, and also from the standpoint that what you're doing, what does it mean to you that other people in baseball are watching it and understanding what you're doing?
I think it's huge just to bring attention to this ball club, because I think Oakland goes under the radar, but we have some other really talented players on this team, both pitching and playing in the field. So I think if I get some of the press for some things, they'll maybe tune in and see some of the talented other individuals on our team.
Things change as you get here. They change when you first get here, first couple weeks. What for you has changed now that you've got a little time in the big leagues, whether it's day-to-day, it's inside the clubhouse, leadership role maybe a little more? What has changed for you?
I think I'm just really confident and comfortable in my process when I show up to the field. Some of the things I like to get done to be prepared to, compete at the biggest stage. So I just love my process and I believe in it. And I feel like if I just keep building into next year, it's something that will be, critical for success.
A way to stay here for a long time is evaluation, self-evaluation, knowing what you do great, knowing what you may struggle with. They're going to tell you what you struggle with because they're going to have the scouting reports and they're going to have. So have you been through that process yet with yourself going, I now understand the way Toronto is going to attack me in this 3-game series?
Yeah. I mean, I think you look at it, it's just looking at the pitcher, what he does well and kind of what he wants to do, but then at the same time know what I feel like I do really a good job at, and just sticking to what makes me me. So it's a combination, it's a balance that I'm still trying to figure out, and may never figure it out, but I'm trying to get better at it and just have a good balance of knowing their scouting report, but then also knowing my strengths as well.
Yeah, I mean, when I bring up the things you need, because you want to be complete, right? And that's the thing that whenever I've talked to somebody who's played for a long time, you know what you do well, but you got to figure out what they're going to try and do to get you out, which is such it's the strategy and it's the game that will play throughout your entire career.
Yeah, it's why we love the game. I mean, it's just constant every day, just battling, and I mean, there's nothing better than it.
So your whole life, you dream about playing Major League Baseball. You dream about being here. At what point do you sit around and you go, man, I didn't know this was going to be that cool? What is that that is just like, this is awesome?
I mean, I'm in the hotel in Chicago, and I forget where we were at the day before, and I was literally in the batter's box facing a big league pitcher. I think that's the coolest thing, is just you can go from city to city and be playing the next day with a ton of fans. So I think that's the coolest thing for me.
Yeah, where you're in like, what hotel are we in? Where am I? Like,
yeah, like I've had to check myself a few times. Yeah,
Mickey Morabito, and the thing that people may not realize, the A's have one of the biggest travel budgets. I know some people may not realize that, but having traveled with the team for years, it's such first class. You're staying in the best hotels.
Yeah,
it's sweet living.
Yeah, it really is, and Mickey does a great job with the travel and everything. So it's awesome.
When you think about your young group, and I kind of now with Matt Chapman in town, I think of like when Matt Chapman came up and then here came all the other guys. I kind of feel that's kind of like you. You're coming up, establishing yourself, and then you got guys that you've played with down there that are going to be on the way too. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, getting thrown around with a guy like Matt Chapman is obviously awesome. And we're, different points in our careers, but I think for sure having a youth movement in this Oregon, it's what makes us, I think, successful after a few years. It's part of the process. But you know, what he did and a bunch of the other guys did here, including the guy we're facing today, Chris Bassett. It's just really cool to watch and just knowing your history.
Lawrence Butler, man, when he hits them, it's no joke. I asked Lawrence Butler to give me a scouting report on you. I want you to give me a scouting report on Lawrence Butler.
Man, Law, he shows up to the field every day with a smile on his face, first off. So that's awesome. The energy, just the aura around him, it just makes it so easier to just get after it every day. In terms of on the field, I mean, he crushes the ball. Like, I feel like I hit the ball hard, but like not nearly as hard as he does. So it's a hurt to the ego a little bit when he hits balls like that, especially twice in one game. But you know, he's super athletic. He plays center, steals bags, hits the ball hard, and just he's a tough out too. He's got a good 2-strike approach. So, but the energy, just constant every day, is just awesome to see.
Nobody likes a Debbie Downer every day at work. It's just like, you don't like working with those people. That to me is that guy. Is he shows up every day, and it's like he makes it. It's a game. It's fun. I can see where he brings that elevated, hey, let's have a good time feeling.
Yeah, and I think that's something that makes me the best too, is when I'm having fun and you know, just having fun on the field. I feel like it brings the best out of me. So for him to be that constant reminder, as well as to the other guys too, I think it's pretty cool.
Have you noticed at all, as we're now, God, I didn't even know it was September 5th. It's towards the end. There's a lot of baseball.
Yep.
What is that like for you and, you know, for the other young guys where you're at the highest level, playing more than ever before? Just mentally, what's that like?
Mentally, it's pretty difficult. I mean, you just have to get ready for competition every day. I mean, they're coming after you, and you have to you know, go after them as well. They're trying to take money out of your pocket, basically. Yeah. I mean, it's a job when you think about it. But for me, I think on the physical side too, is just knowing like how many reps you need to be able to play and perform at 7 o'clock or 6:40, whatever it is. So for me, whether it's like backing off of reps in the cage a little bit, so I can be feeling more fresh for the game. I mean, this is the most games I've ever played in the calendar year. So I think just talking with my teammates, the veterans I've been around, it's just something that I'm going to keep having to learn that.
Obviously, routines will change throughout your career and as you get older, but so far since you've been up here, have you been able to establish a routine, sleep, eat, when to get here, how to get ready? Do you have one?
Yes. Yeah, on the road and here, I just have a really good routine. I'm staying with a few teammates, and it's just awesome. Like, wake up, you know, like go get sun, drink my athletic greens, like just like the basic stuff that you have fun with, that I enjoy, and just, you know, try to keep going.
I like how you guys got roommates, because, you know, years from now it will not be. Enjoy no. This part, because later on in life it's not going to be like that. But I mean, it's one thing doing it in college, one thing do it in the big leagues. What's it like with a couple big leaguers living in the same house, young, hanging out, more money than you've ever had before?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, staying in a house, the commute from Walnut Creek, and just doing that. But I mean, there's not really much to do besides show up to the field. I mean, you play a night game tomorrow, especially. We're going to wake up at probably 7:30, 8 o'clock and come straight to the field. And then we're off to Texas for a week. So it's nice to be home, but then it's a good break to go on the road too.
Who are you living with?
Right now I'm living with Nikki Allen and Jonah Broad.
Do you guys drive to the ballpark together?
Oh yeah, every morning. So yeah, we try to switch up the playlist. I'm the driver.
Yeah.
So I try to switch up the playlist. I don't know how I've been doing. They probably won't answer that. I'd have to not be around, but try to switch it up, you know, just switch up the vibes every day.
That's cool. Well, I've been saying, you know, you're one of the pillars that we're going to build on, and it's very important, you know, that we get to know you, because what you do, what Lawrence Butler does, Nick Allen, Shea Langoliers, Jordan Diaz down the line, you are the guys that, no pressure to take us out of the darkness into the light. But you know what? That's what you've prepared for. That's what you've wanted. So continue the good start. Finish strong. Thanks for coming on. And just know that everybody out here that's listening, everybody out here is watching. They couldn't be pulling for you any harder.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate what you guys do for covering the team and, you know, taking the time to, you know, interview the players too. So thank you.
By the way, we got the restaurant. We're going to have you out. Have you been to the chicken pie? Nick grew up going to the chicken pie shop with San Diego, but we put one in Walnut Creek. We're going to have
Oh, really?
Chicken pie shop in Walnut Creek. We're going to have you out.
I'm there.
All right. Hey, appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.